Hey guys, how you doing? Ray here again. This is the second installment that I promised on my RC Beginner's Guide. Hopefully you guys got yourself a coaxial helicopter and you've been flying around and having some fun and learning. I just want to touch back again upon this is, fixed pitch helicopter. This is the next level that you're going to go to now. All fixed pitch helicopters have tail rotors. You have what's called an ETRM, electronic tail run motor. Okay, I don't really recommend, if you're going to go to this level here, like I said in my first video, I bought the coaxial and this after I learned. Okay, I learned on these kind of helicopters, but at a bigger scale. Okay, I had sold those when I reached this level here, and I bought these just for fun. Okay, this one here, that coaxial, you could actually learn on, but I wouldn't recommend going to the next level and learning on this. I would recommend buying the like the Blade SR or the E-flite CPs, something like that. I wouldn't recommend trying, because I don't really think that this tiny little thing here is going to help you to fly one of these. But the bigger versions of these that are called fixed pitch, like I said, the E-flite Blade SR or the E-flite CPs will get you to the next level. I don't believe this will. Okay. But like I said in my first video, I bought those, I had sold my fixed pitch and coaxials, and I bought these just for fun in the house. Someone else asked me about this controller. I had mentioned, was discussing 4-channel between this controller and what they could do. Okay, this is actually a 6-channel, guys. I didn't mention that, I apologize. What gives this the 6th channel is your positive, negative. Okay, your idle up is your other 2 channels that equal that to be a 6-channel remote. Another thing I'd like to talk about is, if you're really serious about getting into those size 450 size helicopters, is get yourself a simulator. Okay, I used the Phoenix simulator, and it worked wonders. That is an incredible simulator. It's awesome. Real Flight also makes one. I'm not too familiar with theirs and how it works, but I know the Phoenix got good reviews and it works very well. That will help you tremendous. I live in New England, and these are basically, it's already October, and these are on the shelf for the winter. We had a very, very windy summer here, which made flying the 450 sizes a little bit difficult. The T-Rex Pro 450 is a little bit heavier, and it was a little bit better in the wind. Another thing that I didn't touch upon in the first video, I'd like to touch upon now, really is the different scale sizes of these. Okay, these are what are called micro Heelys, which, you know, these are basically the second level up. There's usually 250 models, which is like a Blade, the Blade CPs, the E-flite MS or the E-flite SR, T-Rex 250. Okay, these are a very popular size, the 400 series helicopters. There are, a line makes a 500, a 550, 600, a 700. Okay, as far as E-flite, this is their biggest one, although the Horizon Hobby Company owns JR too, so JR is kind of part of it in a way. They make bigger ones. Why do people fly bigger ones? Well, just like I was discussing, you know, you're limited to what you could do to these in windy conditions. We had a very windy summer here, which made it very irritating. Obviously, when the blades get bigger, okay, it's going to be more stable. All right, the helicopter is going to be easier to fly. A 700 is going to be easier to fly than these. okay? I recommend using these first, because a lot of people will go to a 700, fly it, and then they'll go back to these and crash them. These are more difficult. These are the most difficult size right here to fly, the 400 and the 450. You get good at these, and 500s and the 600s and 700s are a breeze. They just hang there in the air. They fly themselves almost. Now, there's a lot of technical stuff involved with when you start getting up into these. If you're mechanically inclined, okay, and you have common sense, you'll be able to do the majority of things yourself. Okay, if you're not mechanically inclined and you have to run to a hobby shop every time you crash or something, be prepared to spend a lot of money. Okay, you really should learn how to fix these things yourself. Basically, looking at them is common sense. There's nuts and bolts, guys. It's not that difficult to learn how to fix these. When you get one of these helicopters, it's not a bad idea to take the canopy off it, measure some of your linkages if you have a vernier, take pictures of the helicopter if you don't have a detailed manual. This one has a manual that came with how to build it. This one came already assembled, so it only has a parts explosion. If you take pictures and you take measurements of things and you take a good look at these helicopters, guys, before you take them out and fly them, take a good look at how they're put together and how everything works, okay, and get a mental picture of it in your mind. Because if you have to depend, there's a lot of hobby shops out there that basically they're scumbags working there, and they only care about making money off you and selling you things, okay? There's a lot of hobby shops that have good quality people. There's a hobby shop in Enfield, Connecticut called RC Madness. The guy that runs that place, Chris, is a wonderful guy. He's an honest guy. Do anything to help you. Then there's other hobby shops that I've dealt with personally that are just scumbags and they just want to make money off you. Okay? So that is as far as that. I will show some mechanical stuff down the road I'll get into, but I just wanted to make this video talking a little bit about different things here. Somebody asked me my opinion. I like E-flite and I like Align. I'll tell you why. Their parts on them are decent. The plastics on this Blade 400 are very tough quality plastics. I've crashed it in the past and it holds together. Align makes great helicopters. I don't like, personally, I'm not a fan of a lot of the pop-up companies that popped up, the EXI. And guys, the EXI is not an Align. Okay, I know they make their clones. I've had one in the past. They're absolute garbage. Okay, the Sky and Exceed, there's a lot of, I'm not crazy about any of those companies. I'm not going to sit here and bash them, but if you want to know the top quality companies, okay, these are them, Align and E-flite. Okay. As far as you know, the parts, I like the parts are readily available for both these. Most of them will carry them in hobby shops. I've been in many hobby shops and people walking with the Sky helicopters and the XIs and they're looking for parts and they can't get parts and you're stuck ordering everything. Local hobby shops throughout the country mostly carry E-flite and Align, so that basically tells you their quality. Like I said, I've crashed this thing before and it holds together. It's got pretty tough plastic on it. So just a little bit more, you know, information for you out there. And I hope that you guys are doing good with the advice I gave you from the first video. Definitely get yourself a simulator. I like the Phoenix one. You can get that with the controller for about $170, or you can get it without for about $135, and you get the disc and the you know, the wire and everything to plug into your computer, and it's pretty easy to get up and running. A simulator, guys, will save you a lot of frustration too, and it will save you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars in parts, especially if you want to start learning how to fly 3D. You do everything on there, okay? And I have flown these before I used simulators, And having gone back to a simulator after flying these to start practicing more 3D, I can tell you that it's dead on, especially the Phoenix. I mean, it is the real deal, okay? The Phoenix simulator handles like these helicopters. They have all these in there, the Aligns, the E-flights. They give you the free updates and everything. So I really like the Phoenix simulator, okay? So anyways, I hope this gave you a little bit more insight, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.